GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Live.
Good morning, Gloucester. We have a very, very, very special podcast planned for you today. We have.
As soon as you hit the right button, there we go.
We're live, baby. We're live.
You're live.
Alana Horn, second time on the podcast, but first time in HQ.
My second time?
Yeah, we did something over.
For Magtoberfest last year. That's right.
Year, yeah.
I forgot about that.
I guess I'm a
Wow.
Sorry.
Strong start. Strong start.
Start over. Hi.
Hi. Joey, that was memorable, and we want to thank you for doing it.
There you go. Get that going for me.
This time of year is chaos.
You in particular have a lot going on.
I have a lot on my plate. I do.
A
So
lot on your plate.
it's not that you're not memorable. It's that I am a zombie this time of year.
A lot of people are zombies.
August to November is like
Just a blur.
kids' birthdays, start of school, sports start, Schooner Festival, Doctoberfest, Magtoberfest. Then it's Halloween.
Which came first, Oktoberfest or Magtoberfest?
Oh, I think Magtoberfest is on it. We're on our fourth year.
We're on our fourth year.
We did it together.
We did
Look
it
at
together.
that. Wow.
Oktoberfest.
It was before we even knew that we were doing the same
Before
thing.
we even knew it. Yep.
That's a likely story.
It's the Toberfest situation.
It's the Oktoberfest
Yeah.
are happening. Pat and Jimmy. Pat is over there on camera too, manning the comments. And Jimmy Dalpiaz suffered his first defeat as the O'Malley field hockey.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Hey. Yeah. Well, played a very strong team. We played great. We just we were down 2, and we came back to tie. Wow. And
Nice
we
job.
just battled, and it kept going back and forth. They put the biscuit in the basket, and I think there was maybe a minute left.
That's a heartbreaker.
That's a heartbreaker. And
Biscuit in the
we
basket.
went through. It's one of those games where
Biscuit in the basket.
it's one of those games where you don't see the clock, you don't know the time.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Because
Good coaching,
hockey.
It's nothing
Yeah.
like hockey. My daughter plays field hockey, and she's like, "How do you not understand what's happening?" And I'm like, I understand hockey. I don't understand this."
We played great, but what can I say? 3-2. Manchester.
Hey, that's still
they're
strong.
a tough team. They took us down.
there you
Did
go.
We'll
you-
see
no,
them again. One more time.
We'll see.
One more
again.
time. That's gonna be the key game of the whole season. Your whole
Goodness.
success.
And it would be the
This is
last game of
riding
the
on that.
season too.
Grudge match.
Yes. But this weekend, Michael DaCosta. I don't know if I introduced you. Yeah,
You
that's-
did,
Okay.
I think.
And he has
I
props.
stole
mean,
it.
I
He
don't
has
need any
props. We have
Still
over under if
Oktoberfest,
it's gonna
we're doing-
make it 15
We're gonna
minutes.
see. We're gonna see.
I think it's pretty good. It's stable right now.
Zinger
Stable.
zanger.
To Oktoberfest this Saturday.
Oi, oi, oi.
See, you have
I
Steinweiss.
should have filled it with coffee. The way this is
I
going.
mean, got some for you.
So tell me, Oktoberfest.
So Saturday, 1 to 5. It's going to be fantastic on the pier. The weather's breaking up. It's looking
It
good.
does looks better and
We
better.
don't want to jinx anything. We hold all of our weather gods accountable for Schoonerfest. So for the rest
Can I
of
say
the
what?
year,
Can I say what you
Yeah,
told me the other day?
Sure.
He said.
I'm nervous now.
No, what you said was,
Loud.
you said as Schooner Festival weather is okay, like
I would try. If I had to, I would
If you
trade
had to.
every other event.
gun to head,
Right, gun to head, I would trade every other event to ensure that Schooner Festival weather is good.
and you had a gorgeous.
We had
It
a
was
gorgeous,
amazing.
and this weekend as well is going to be fun, gorgeous, perfect October weather.
It's gonna be good.
We're gonna be out on the pier, just like we do every year.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to rhyme this; it's just happening.
Michael
And
Gloucester from Maritime Gloucester, not trying to rhyme.
Stop. Yeah, I'm not trying to rhyme. But bunch of fun part of well, first of all, great food.
Great food.
Great food. The grill friends are coming.
Yeah, you've been to
Alana
Girlfriends.
Yes.
has memorized the menu, so I'm gonna let her do
I
that
mean,
one.
I have an in on the menu, so it's easy to
I
memorize.
heard they're all being dressed up too.
They got costumes.
They did
Yeah.
not.
They got
Yeah,
That is
costumes.
awesome. See,
I also
It's all
tried to
about
get a
some fun.
costume, but I ran out of time because my life is.
What do you call those? The fur lines?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fur lines. So
Yes.
are
I
they
should get some leader
revealing?
I should
Are they revealing?
I should bring the
The
leader.
grill for line.
You know the famous the
I'm not-
Heffenweisen.
I have
Hose.
I have a
Lederhosen.
Alpine. Yeah, but no, I'm not going to do the Lederhosen. That's okay. I have the Alpine
If
fedora.
that's okay.
Oh,
If that's
nice.
okay, it's for the people. Trust me, it's for the people. No one needs to see me in leather short.
Comment below if you want to see it. Comment below.
No one
Yes.
needs to. No one. We're sticking with the no one needs to. Alana. Thank you.
Uh,
Anyway, so what are they bringing? What
They
are
are bringing pretzels,
Yes.
and their pretzels are fantastic.
Fantastic.
And their cheese sauce is also excellent.
So
So make sure you get that. They're doing some sort of a German meatball, which is fantastic. I think they're going to do hot dogs and brats.
Yep.
Pulled pork sandwiches, which they only have it on their specials. I think they don't necessarily have it on their regular menu, but it's so
So
good.
good.
They're doing chili and spatzel, spatzel, German mac and cheese.
Mhm.
And they've got a bunch of German desserts too, which look divine.
Wow.
Cannot wait.
Space.
It's like a German mac and cheese.
Oh.
But you put the chili on top of it, and it's, it sounds amazing to
It's
me.
like
Yeah,
very-
people will be
very
well
poutine-esque.
fed.
That could be
Grill
the
Friends
sound
is
on the
awesome though.
other end.
Everything they do.
So after you
Sherry's
eat.
just amazing, and Aaliyah.
That
Nice.
could be space.
That we're
Right
gonna
out the butt.
just so good.
I
Yeah.
feel as though there's going to be an eating competition happening.
I feel like there's
My favorite part is
What
the feats of strength.
I have to look this up every time. So feats of strength. Yes. It's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Right.
It's an Oktoberfest for the rest of us.
Right.
Anyway, the Maaskrug-Stemmen. Maaskrug-Stemmen. Yeah. So the holding up
This
of
word
a
I've not ever
full
heard.
full 1 liter. The glass itself is 3. I think with beer, or we will use water because don't waste beer. Joey's going to hold that for the rest of the interview. See how long they can last. Interestingly, the women always do better than the men.
Yeah.
Always. The men will hold it for like
I mean,
6
we
to.
have more stamina than you do.
It's true. It's true. You've had to put up
Staying
with
power.
more.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're very
right?
tolerant
Yes,
people.
yes, exactly. But used to pain, all these things. All right. The Maaskrug-Stemmen, we're going to do a Bretzelwerfen, I guess. It's a pretzel toss. I was going to try to
Do you use
do.
real pretzels for that?
Yeah.
We're gonna just throw pretzels.
Well,
Seagulls are gonna
we're
have
not-
a field day.
Oh
That's,
my God.
that's what I was just
Bring
going to
your
say.
plover.
We're going to
Yeah.
see. So you have to team up with someone, and then they hold a stick, and
stick
you're
and you
throwing the
toss
pretzel, and everyone keeps stepping back, and then whoever can toss it the longest.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm here for
It's
that.
gonna be fun. I was gonna do the they also have a sausage throwing thing like that as well. And I was gonna try to do that on the narrow pier. But I think someone will go in the water if
Yeah,
we're drinking.
yeah.
So maybe we don't do that. All right.
Or
I'm gonna
something's
cancel
gonna
that one.
jump
We're also
out
not
of
going to do the keg roll down the Fitzhenry Lane Hill, which would be fun, but oncoming
I think I
traffic
can find
might
us
be.
some
Well, we can
barrels.
get some barrels. That's not the issue. It's
Maybe
it's
next
the
year.
insurance policy on that one. I think more than
We
anything.
pull up a road closure permit just for that section next year.
Sounds good. We're gonna do
Want it.
the hammer game again. Pound the nail in. Whoever can do that
Mhm.
with a big mallet, and we'll do beer laughing, which is a beer run, a teamed beer run where you same thing. Got that filled, and you have to run down the and whoever
Also, sounds
whoever
like a waste
gets
of
to
beer.
the end. No, we'll do it with water. It's a water run. It's a Wasser run.
Wasserrun.
Wasserlauf. Anyway, so we have a lot of fun games, a lot of fun activities. 21 plus, and support a good cause, a very good cause,
Yes.
Maritime Gloucester.
Yes.
We got to mention, of course, the beer.
The beer, that's totally important.
The beer is
The
going to be
beer.
so good this
So
year.
we have 2 vendors
Always
coming.
been good,
Yes.
but 2 good new vendors, and
Yes.
so happy about them.
We have East Regiment from Salem, and they're bringing their beer truck. And they have a huge variety of beers.
Huge variety.
If I may, they've got the Lumberg, which is an IPA, the East Reggie, which is a Japanese lager, which is interesting.
very
to me
appropriate.
on,
Very appropriate for the
it's very,
German.
it's ethnic. It's fine.
Think about Ishiban Kiro.
Their pumpkin Heffenweiser is called Fresh Pumps, East Regiment Oktoberfest, a strawberry jam wheat, and a prickly pear hard seltzer, which is their summer
Oh.
seltzer. It's gluten free.
That
So
sounds delicious.
gluten free options are always good. People love that.
And then the fantastic people over
Yes.
at Cape and Laneside
Oh,
Pub and
yes.
Brewery.
Mhm. Oh
Great
my God,
beer.
I love
mixed
them.
us up some good options for this, and they're bringing their kegs down.
Yep, it's going to
And
be tapped. It's going to be
Gonna
poured.
be fantastic.
I wonder if
Um,
they rolled their kegs from their place down to yours.
That's
I
how they.
mean-
That's actually how they mix it. Yeah, yeah.
They
Part
have
of the process.
When we were at Cape Ann Lanes, we had a couple podcasts there
Mhm.
last around January. Phenomenal beer.
I love them.
Jimmy, you mean
Their
good.
beer
Did
is
you mean to
excellent. Their
bring it
food
to
is
us, or
excellent.
did you
The
mean to
vibe
bowl
there
with
is
kegs?
great.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you mean to bring it to us, right? Because now
well,
I just
meant
thought.
bring it to you,
But
but
now I'm
going-
thinking bowl with kegs. Like
Yeah.
Oktoberfest thing could be,
This is
could ruin
danger.
their equipment. But
Danger.
maybe we could ask them if they'd be interested in a.
Nick,
And,
if you're watching, this is what's happening. I'm just saying.
Just brainstorming. We're not committing anyone to anything.
Well, of all
Just
the
brainstorming.
whatever the games
Caitlin's
you're
having
doing,
heart palpitations.
whatever games you're
Just do what
doing,
you
we'll
want.
throw one out at the end of the thing. We'll look at it. We'll vote. We'll throw one out and we'll bring that in for next year.
You know what?
That makes it a challenge
know
to empty
what?
the keg.
No, I think we bring an empty keg and we do it on the pier. We set up a bowling alley lane on the pier and we knock down some pins. If she can bring us some pins,
Ideas.
hold fast on that. We will see if that is also added to the festivity. What was it?
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us.
There it is.
Laneside is bringing their October 8 Fest, which is their Oktoberfest, and they are bringing Spare Time Hard Seltzer, which is a blueberry hard seltzer.
So they make a seltzer as well.
They do make a seltzer, and it is also a gluten-free.
Wow.
Well, it's no gluten, but their equipment in the store is
Has
not
gluten.
necessarily gluten-free, so it's a gluten-free-esque.
I get you. Yeah.
Just for
Just
the
for-
people who are
It's a-
gluten intolerant or
a-
insensitive.
A
there's
lower gluten.
It's a lower gluten, I guess.
low gluten.
I have a friend who has celiac. So she has had it. It's fine.
There you go. She just said
There's that.
nothing like
It was fine for her.
See
What's
what
up?
we do, Joey? We send the canaries in the coal mine to test the products to make sure.
all I'm
I
saying
have
is
no problem
this
testing
is Good
products at
Morning
any of your
Gloucester.
establishments.
This is on them, not on Good Morning
No,
Gloucester.
no,
If
we-
someone
we
if
totally-
someone blows up like an Alabama tick when they had a sip of this,
I heard it on Good Morning Gloucester. That it was
We
gluten
send
free.
all
I heard
comments to.
yeah,
We
gluten
send all
to
comments.
good info at goodmorninggloucester.com.
Oh,
Do you
my God.
practice all this German names?
Moskrugstemmen?
All
These
of them.
things? I do.
Wiener Schnitzel,
I
yeah!
It's
Quite
only
often,
one.
quite often, I will look them up again. But yes, we have.
And
we
you
have
go
to,
in front of a mirror and you practice.
not quite to that extent, though, Jimmy. Are you saying I should, or?
Well, no, your wife will probably say, "Shut up and go to work."
Well, she doesn't every day, so I wouldn't
Oh,
know
okay.
if it was because of that or just me being me.
Poor
But
Liz.
yeah, poor Liz.
Because I can't remember. I mean, I know the games, but I don't know the names. I couldn't do it.
Well,
So nice job.
I look them up each year. But we also have to start off by tapping the keg, which is something now that we have a keg here this year. The big start of Oktoberfest is always tapping the keg, and then they do the ziggy, which
Can you tell
Oi,
me
oi, oi.
what the Japanese lighting candle thing has to do with
Just-
the Oktoberfest?
these are the Munchen colors
Oh,
where
so-
the Oktoberfest happens.
So wait, that's a German thing, not
It's Ger- well,
not the flying away.
the
with
decoration
candle
candle thing is probably based on that Japanese thing, but no, these are the German colors, and these are just part of the fun decorations that
Ugh.
are lighting up our beer tent.
Gotcha. And
Yes.
So it has nothing to do with the actual.
I just want people to know it's October.
So
With a K.
You got
October.
October in Fest in Germany is blue and gold.
Blue and gold, yeah.
Well, I think where it happens, that's that city's color, I
okay.
believe. I don't think that the German flag is.
Someone fact check that.
So what time are the games going to start? Because to me,
They will be
that's
rolling
such a
through-
spectacle.
They will be
Mhm.
rolling throughout the day. Usually, what we do is, get the critical mass of people, and then I start screaming down the pier that we're going to do something. We'll do 2 rounds of.
You don't have to scream as much.
I know
Got you a
this year
microphone
they
this
got me
year.
a microphone, but
Mhm.
You could also roll a keg.
uh,
and that would
Or we
could
could
just
roll a
roll a
keg.
keg down the
Ceremonial
pier and
keg
tell
rolling.
people follow the keg. There's something happening. But yes, we usually do like a 2:30, 3:30, a 4, and a 4:30 type thing.
And the whole event is
The event is 1 to 5, and people
1 to
roll in
5.
and roll
Yep.
out. So I mean, we
And
want to have
20 bucks,
as many
right?
games going throughout the
$20
day.
gets you your first beer and entry in. Yes.
Mhm.
And then after that, I think, obviously purchasing food, setting up on the tables, having a lot of fun, bring a bunch of friends,
Mhm.
hang out. I mean, it's just going to be a good
Gonna be
day.
a gorgeous
Gonna
weather.
be
Did
you just looked it up?
I looked it up. Yeah.
See,
It's gonna be
Cleared
gorgeous.
again?
from his mouth
Yeah.
to Jimmy's ears.
While we have Alana here, can we talk
That's
a little?
me.
Can we talk a little bit about
Magtoberfest.
Magtoberfest?
Which,
Oh,
P.S. I didn't know that's what we were doing today. So
Well, you got to roll with it.
I didn't tell my team or anything. So there you go. Magtoberfest. So I've been with Maritime
have
Gloucester.
40 questions for you
That's
about this.
great. I'm game for this. I've been with Maritime Gloucester for 3 years, but I've been with the Magnolia Library for 11.
wow.
And I just stepped away for a bit on a hiatus to deal with some personal stuff, but I am still working very hard on Magtoberfest, which started as like a fall festival at the end of the Magnolia Farmers Market. And it turned into a collaborative between the farmers market and the library. And now that the Magnolia Farmers Market has closed, it's a full fundraiser for the Magnolia Library.
Yeah.
We have Notch Beer Company out of, I think, are they Salem? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But they set up a whole beer garden, and the bands will be playing outside of, like, between the post office and Beauport Hearing, and that's sponsored by Cape Ann Savings Bank. And this year we have kicked off the buses opening for us,
Oh yeah.
which is
The
awesome.
Blasted Kid.
And Midnight Buzz is our second band this year, which is new. And Fun Bucket is stepping up to our
Oh, man.
spotlight. Yep. So they will go on at 3. They bring it
They
for
bring
sure.
it. So last year we went to the thing in the cardboard boat races. I did. You guys were vendors.
Yeah.
Pat D's photos. And when I got there, I couldn't believe if you were at the top. What's the road that goes into Lexington Ave? What's the name?
Hespers.
Hesperus?
Well, actually, Hesperus becomes Norman. So if you're at the library end, that's Norman Ave, and if you're at the
Okay.
pub end, that's Flume.
Okay, so
Did you come by bus or did you come by?
no.
Because we have a bus.
So if you're looking at the top from where the old coffee shop was,
Right.
looking down that
Hmm.
the street,
Yeah,
it's heads.
it's a
It was
mob scene.
packed.
It
Yeah.
is absolutely a spectacle.
Yeah.
And everybody's having it. This is one of the premier
Yeah.
Gloucester events.
Yeah.
I like hearing that.
Without question.
I like hearing that.
It was absolutely amazing. The vibe. People came from everywhere for this. It was absolutely astounding.
We're pretty excited about it. It's a free event. It goes from 11 to 5. There's Cape Ann Makers Market hosts a vendors show inside the library hall, which I think, Pat, you're a part of. And
Yeah.
there's 20 vendors this year? 20.
I don't know the number.
I think there's 22. And you're huge in this too as well, because Jim organizes the Classic Car Show,
Yeah,
which is
friends
hosted
come
behind
out.
525.
Mhm.
And that kicks off early in the morning. It lasts till about
Yeah,
1 or
we
2?
we go 10 to 1,
10 to 1. Okay.
and you basically start.
Palm trees. They have palm trees in Magnolia now.
Oh, we do. Look at
That's
that. That's really nice. That's really nice.
Again,
Mr. Liacano must have installed those. That's really
Beautiful.
nice.
Yeah, Jimmy, take a picture this year. Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, beautiful cars, but
Yeah.
he looks at the palm trees. I don't get it.
Eagle eye. He's an eagle eye.
Then we have kids events all the
Yep.
way down at the other end.
Yep. There's a lady who brings in all kinds of hula hoops, and she raises money for District 5 Oasis, I think.
Oh wow.
And we have Cape Ann Vernal Pond. I think is there a face painter? They might be doing these sticker gem things, which kids love. They just literally just put stickers on your face and they love
There you
it.
go.
A couple other games, spin the wheel, things like that. The library has a whole new line of merchandise this year, which is super fun. It looks to me like kind of a throwback to the old Historical Society, Magnolia t-shirts and stuff, which is really awesome. Magnolia
Because
Historical
people
Society
that
is there
live
as well.
in Magnolia,
They know.
I don't think
They want
there's a
swag.
Yeah, they
neighborhood.
want swag.
There's not a neighborhood in the city that has more pride in its own neighborhood
Yeah.
than Magnolia does.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would
It's-
agree with that.
It,
Yeah.
people
We
from
really-
Magnolia-
We really love ourselves.
God, there's
love
a
where you
lot
live.
to love.
I
love
do.
where you-
I
love
love
where
where we
you
live. Love is living in Magnolia.
Yeah.
Ching.
Wow,
That-
bumper sticker.
It was a buffer sticker,
Oh, okay. sorry.
like for many, many years.
Yes.
There you go.
In fact, there are
Iconic.
still classic around. Little
Iconic.
rose on or a magnolia on it.
Yeah, a little
Oh.
pink color, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
525 opens up, and they usually serve some food on the street, and they usually have some sort of a drink of special inside, and they're usually bombed all day. I think they might take reservations. Sherry, not Sherry, she's not Sherry's anymore. She's Girlfriends, who is participating in Oktoberfest. Their actual brick and mortar is on Lexington Ave, and they will be open, also doing some of the same specials that you'll see at Oktoberfest, but they think they'll have a limited menu from their own menu. Also still in costume, I've heard too. The pub, JD and Myers.
JD Myers' best friends.
JD Myers' best friends. The pub. They usually, I think that they pull a permit so that they can open their parking lot, so that you can bring your drinks outside and still participate in the event outside while imbibing with the pub. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 food vendors.
Wow. They were great last year.
They were great last year. We've got trolley dogs, lobster roller, meats and sweets, crepes du jour, and beefy boys.
Yes.
And I hope
There
I
was
didn't
a
forget
chicken
anybody.
one. You had a chicken one last year.
Butter Your Biscuit was
Butter
there
Your
last year.
yeah.
They're not there this
They're
year.
not there. Okay.
Not
No.
there this year.
It is a lot of the vendors that, as it was moving on during the day, they were sold out.
Yeah.
They were sold
It
out
was
by.
packed last
They
year.
had so many people.
It's a busy
there
day.
last
I mean,
Yeah.
it was.
If you're
a
planning on
lot of
going to Magtoberfest, I really, really urge you to come down to Oktoberfest first.
Yes.
Pre-game yourself, prep your liver a little bit. Come on down on
Training.
Saturday.
It's training.
It's training.
It's training.
So we should also
Training.
mention Magtoberfest is the following.
The following
Following
weekend,
weekend,
yes.
not this
Oktoberfest is
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Don't go to Magnolia this week.
Yeah, no. Oh, I mean, you can, but
And
there's
don't
not
go
going
to
to be.
Magnolia this weekend. Come
Um,
to Oktoberfest.
Magtoberfest will be the following weekend. It's usually it's always the Sunday of Columbus Day weekend.
Yeah.
And you have to mention the shuttle bus, which is
Ooh,
huge.
the shuttle bus. So every year
Huge.
we get Beauport Transportation.
Yep.
Wow, I almost blanked on the name. Beauport Transportation issues us a
Like a limo thing.
Trolley.
Yeah, it's a trolley bus
Yeah.
kind of, and you can park at Stage 4 Park, which is free parking this time of year anyway. Ditch your car there, hop on the bus. It's a
Yes.
free bus to come on over. They'll drop you off either in the car show or at Flume, I think.
No, it's at the car show.
It's at the car show.
Right. So it's behind 525.
Right.
You walk through.
So you can walk through the car show.
car show, and then you come out between 525 and Grill Friends.
hmm
And
Like by the third palm tree, or
I used to like you, but
yeah,
I don't know what's
it
going on.
took a while.
I'm taking this home if you do one more,
We don't have any extras, do we?
and you're done.
Okay.
If I take that home, there'll be no zinger if you keep it up.
My goodness, I haven't touched a nerve.
Wow.
Well, I lost last night. Leave me alone.
He's very,
Doing good.
he's very.
But yeah, shuttles,
Yep.
food,
Yes.
check.
Yes.
Kids, check.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's a very.
Outdoors.
It is a free
check.
event. It is an outdoor event. It is family friendly.
They nailed
It
it.
is so
They
good.
nailed
They
it.
do.
They
It's a
nailed
great time. It's a great time. It's my favorite time of year. Not that I don't love Magtoberfest and Oktoberfest and Schoonerfest.
We're not,
and
we're
all
not
the
doing
things.
comparative.
it. Lot of fest.
That's
I'm
the
just
great
saying.
part about Gloucester. Everyone's doing great things.
Everyone
We
is doing
all
great
support
things.
each other. It's
We do.
fantastic.
I love
and,
it.
And the vendors, the inside.
Yes,
Hey,
the
that
vendors are
is-
awesome.
Pat's sleeping.
Oh,
I'm sure.
She's taking
I'm
notes.
Sorry,
He's got the
yeah.
camera on you. That's the only reason.
She's taking
Oh,
notes.
great!
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
she
Right
loves you
here.
very much. But yeah, so that runs from car show opens at 10. The event runs until 5.
There you go.
So good.
Awesome sauce.
I mean, last year, tell the people, last year, a few more people than you thought were going to come game.
We estimated 2,500 last year.
It
The
was-
year before was about maybe one, maybe 2.
So come early for the food. 'cause it's gonna
Yeah,
run
come
out.
early. They do run out. A lot of the vendors do run out. It is very true.
You guys stick around. I just have a truck I have to offload.
Oh.
Jimmy and Pat
Hi.
will take over from here. I'll be right
What do we
back.
talk about next, Jimmy?
Well, all I just
Going back to
I
Phil
think
Hockey.
people want to know too is where'd you come up with these ideas, both of you? I mean, you do so much at the Maritime and so many events you do. Where'd you come up with the Oktoberfest idea?
What happened?
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, what happened? Really, it was a product of of COVID. Actually, we wanted to do something fun out on the pier.
Mhm.
Schooner Festival is the crazy Schooner Festival that it is, and just being able to have a fun and relaxing day. Oktoberfest came to mind, and we thought, obviously, as we're always punning, Doctoberfest.
puns.
It's really, someone said Doctoberfest, and then we had to do it. You
Mhm.
know, really, that was
Yeah.
the whole planning behind it. It's grown each year. We try to make it fun with, like I said, the games and activities. But it is just good to have people. You know, it's total beer garden style, right?
Yeah.
Come down, not long tables, but a bunch of tables. You can be off in your own group. Or you can be in the mix of things, and it's just, you know, a good time to have. So that's how we came up with it. And then, you know, as Maritime Gloucester often does with the fun, creative people we have there, you know, just keep spinning new and more ideas.
Yeah.
Every year, it's just kind of grown a little bit more.
Mhm.
We're hoping that if it rains in the morning, people will still come out in the afternoon, because we're hardy New Englanders, and that's what we do. We
Now
promise we won't set out the
Now you
seats
have
until
music, right? You'll have some.
we just pipe in the music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's been difficult to
Some
get
German
a
tunes.
German band to come for us. So
Right.
we did see if, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but
Mhm.
there was a hopeful idea that maybe someone would bring a tuba, but we didn't make work of that. So if someone does show up with a tuba and just starts
We're still taking offers.
playing some things, that's the sort of thing that might just happen. We don't know either. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But it's just the first of a series, kind of
Right.
really fun.
Because we
Pun-
also do fantasy.
Pun names,
Yeah.
punly named.
Yep. So we
Fantasy would be next.
Oktoberfest. Fantasy is for the littles,
For the little
to come
kids.
and
Halloween.
do a bunch of Halloween trick or treating and fun activities and games for that. And then the Lobster Trap Day, which is Deck the Day. Now
Formerly known as Deck the Docks.
Deck the Docks
Now
is
it's
now
Deck the Day.
and the Lobster Trap lighting
Hi,
is what
sure.
we do. Yeah. How
Come
you
on
doing?
in.
Right.
So yeah, a whole fall series of fun events.
Deck
Now,
the Day
I-
is going. The planning's going great. For
Now
that.
I know Magtoberfest because I've been a part of it now. That I saw when you first started,
Yep.
it was just on Lexington, and
Yep.
half the road was the cars,
Mm-hmm.
and the other half was the beer fest and whatever.
Right.
And then it just like blew up.
So
It
when we
just-
first started, like I said, we kind of started it kind of bloomed out of COVID. We were just kind of hoping to throw a party at the end of our farmers market because we had a great season and we just wanted to bring extra fun. And you know, we pulled in little pieces of it, the car show, and then there were some farmers markets that are farm stands that were in the pub.
Mhm.
We brought in the beer, and we had a couple of small bands, and they were regular bands that had been with us all summer long
Mhm.
because we regularly ran music at the farmers market. But then, you know, we roped in some of the planners from the Magnolia Library, and it just kind of got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it evolved into something that was a little bit less of a harvest fest and more of like a food truck festival, and it just became this community driven event. And you know, the people come out of their houses in droves for it. You know,
Yeah.
Magnolia seems quiet and sleepy, and then you throw an event like this. Like we did a porch fest a couple months ago
Right,
in
that was
May.
great.
Very
The
popular.
roads were packed.
was
The
great.
people's yards were packed. I
Yeah.
saw people I hadn't seen in like years, and they lived next door, but you hadn't seen them, and you just grab a cocktail and wander.
It was
No, I
great.
did not grab a cocktail and wander around the streets of Magnolia. I did not do that.
No.
Sorry.
I heard other towns had done
other
that for
towns
Porch
did
Fest,
that. I did not do
but
that.
not here. We don't.
Well,
But-
we still have room in the car show because I know there's
Oh,
a lot of
good.
people with some beautiful cars in the area.
Mhm.
Does it have to be beautiful?
Oh no,
Oh, you have a
If
Can I
really
it's
bring
nice
my
truck.
really old rusty Jeep that might not leave the parking lot ever?
It is
Well-
classic.
if it's a classic, you know, that's why we changed. You know, people were saying first they talked about antiques, and I'm going, well, you know, I'm an antique, so
Yeah.
what the heck? So then we start talking about different things, but classic is what you talk about. Us.
Mhm.
People look at it and say, wow, I haven't seen that, or that kind of stuff. So we're looking for that classic car, and boy, there's plenty of it out there. So if you're in the area and you know you're going to come over
Oh, yeah.
to it, come on down. Magtoberfest, just get there. We're saying by 9:30, just pull in the back lot. I'll be right there.
Mhm.
Trust me, I'll have a spot for you.
Really?
Oh, and also, I don't know if David might have reached out to you and told you this, but Grill Friends is putting a little breakfast buffet out back for the car, exclusively for the car drivers. So you guys will have
Oh,
some
tell me
coffee
that.
and some muffins, and she'll make sure that she's got a staff member out there refreshing it over and over again. So
Yikes.
yeah,
Looks
Now,
like the Jeep
Grill
is
Friends
coming.
is beeping it up,
I know.
beefing it up a little bit.
Just for the
Yeah.
moment. Free
Yeah.
food.
This is
Free
fine.
food.
Our buddy Chris, he's talking about electric cars versus
Yeah.
the big Mopar engines.
Electric
you know.
cars are going to be classics soon too.
And he says, I'll quote what he's saying here: for $5, you can challenge Jimmy for a drag race. but he has to get the head start.
Is he bringing one of
Thank you.
those trucks that looks like a dumpster?
No.
That thing's
He has
crazy.
he has a Rivian that's
Oh,
really.
my
Oh,
goodness.
well, those are
Those-
pretty. I like
those
that one.
are-
That one's pretty.
But
The
Chris,
Tesla truck.
The Tesla truck.
I'm
It looks like a
telling you, Chris.
dumpster.
It looks like a dumpster.
it's going to happen, Chris. It's going to happen.
Sorry,
We are
Tesla.
gonna race.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, so much. Magtoberfest isn't going to get that Tesla sponsorship anytime soon.
Sorry. We're looking for big money elsewhere.
We'd like to welcome Lauren to set.
Thank you.
Thank you
Lauren.
for coming.
Hey,
Thanks.
Ben.
I'm sorry that I
Great
was
to
late.
see
I
you.
That's
didn't,
okay.
That's
I didn't know I
okay.
was stepping into live.
That's oh yeah.
Got to always be camera ready when you go through that door.
Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
No, I did.
And you
Anyway.
didn't bring any lobsters up with you, so that meant you must have came right here and
Yeah.
didn't pick anything up and bring it upstairs.
No.
Good.
No.
And what brings you here today? What are you going to talk about to the crowd here?
To the crowd here. So we're doing this funky art sale that we've been doing them for like, I don't know, maybe a couple months. And they kind of caught on really quickly.
Folks, those signs that you're seeing all
Yeah.
over the place,
Yeah.
here it is.
Yeah.
You're doing a better job of canvassing the town than I have, and I put a
That's
lot of
great.
signs out.
You know what? I think I'm a painter. It speaks to color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Color
Yeah,
really
yeah.
speaks loudly,
Mhm.
and it really. So anyway, I closed my gallery in January of last year in Bearskin Neck, and we have so much inventory. I was like, what are we gonna do with all this?
Mhm.
And then my studio's right there, Cripple Cove, along with 7 other women artists. And so we were just like, let's just pop up right here. And it's
not?
been so amazing how it's like progressed every week
Mhm.
and who comes out because of the funky part.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, it's just really interesting. So anyway, and because we don't have such a big overhead, we've been able to like cut the prices and make it more affordable. And it's just like bringing art to the people.
It's great.
And this doesn't, this isn't a dig on galleries because that is
Important. Yeah, that's not.
that's the opposite of
Yeah.
what I would ever do. But this is the last one. This is the last one of the season. This Sunday, and we're gonna have Joey's hats for sale too, which are cool.
Yeah, very nice. So why is it going to be the last one? They seem like they've been so successful. Like
They
the
have
cars are just like
I
people
know.
are coming. It's a like positive energy. Like people are
Thank
milling
you.
around,
Thanks for
seeing the
saying that.
very
Yeah.
vibrant art. Very cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why end it?
Well, Matt, Billy, and I do it together, and the other people in the studio building are always welcome to do it as well, but no one's done it yet. But I think that as we move forward, they all will.
Yeah.
But right now, so I have a Rocky Neck residency for the month of October.
Mm.
So I have to
Oh.
work. I have to just focus. And they're giving me this residency so that I don't focus on sales, so that I just make work.
Oh right, yeah.
And so for the month of October, I'm going to be doing that. And then also, I think that the building is going to go. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think that the people in the building want to focus on working and not have the sales. So this is going to be the last outdoor one
Okay.
for the season.
Yeah.
But then we're looking for other places to pop up, especially in the, to keep it going.
Yeah.
So if anyone has ideas,
I have an idea.
and
I have
holiday
the same
shows
idea.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I have a
Yeah.
really good idea.
I think maybe deck the day.
What?
Yeah.
Deck the day?
Deck the day.
Like at the ice house?
over at the ice house.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys know we're in the room.
Oh, geez.
Sorry. Sorry. We do that often. We have
Creative
private
process.
conversations. We're not
Yeah.
actually
Is this-
noticing what's going on.
We will talk. too.
Okay.
We have
Yeah,
some
we
ideas.
have
In
space.
November, we pick up again
Right.
for the holidays.
But you're thinking some October stuff.
No,
Okay.
not for October, because we can't for October, just because I got to focus on
She has the residency.
the residency for
Right.
October. So just October 10th to November 3rd is kind of like a
Got it.
let's make more work.
So that you can sell more funky
So that
stuff.
we can,
More funky
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Are you part of Cape Ann Artisans?
No.
Are there people that are in
Yes.
there that are-
Seneca.
Seneca,
Yep.
Nogello, and,
Yep.
and
Yep.
others? Yeah.
Yeah.
I see they do pretty good work with the promoting of their events, with
Yeah.
the pink flags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah, that's been long running.
Yeah.
Really
We're new at this
hip,
funky.
hip and
thing.
funky. I love the energy that you guys bring to the street.
Thanks.
We need more of that.
Thanks.
So
Do people say
People have been
Like
so
that.
positive
bring it back?
about it,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah,
like they are excited that the neighborhood has more color and things
definitely.
like that.
Pat and I, and Jimmy obviously is always in the background lurking, doing good stuff. Doing good stuff, but like we did something. Pat, were we doing them in November with like, and we had fire pits going.
Yeah.
We did little pop-ups at the top of the hill,
Yeah.
like we did the other day. Kind of that was very impromptu, but this was fun.
People want more of this.
They want more of this, and there's so much visibility, you know, going around this corner right here. Like if you, there's two ways into, you know, the heart of East. I consider this the heart of East Gloucester, and this is one of the main thoroughfares.
Right.
And you know, the other thing we need to talk about is doing East Gloucester lobster trap tree, because I spoke with the Kerr. Who's the woman that
Doug
owns-
Kerr,
Who's the wife? No,
Lisa
Lisa
She's-
Nogello.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And we talked about doing one a couple of years last year or a couple of years ago, like a mini lobster trap tree right up there. With
I'm
like
sure
lights
they'd
and
be
stuff.
happy about it.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. So,
Okay.
So
Well,
now,
let's do that in
Nice.
collaboration with like Christmas stuff.
yes, right, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. And
Alright.
we'll put some tents up there and
Funky art lobster sale.
And I'm yes. Well, not lobsters, but like
Yeah.
we'll have Pat up there selling her cards and stuff and my apparel. But like we'll have those hot cider and I'm a big fire pit guy.
Same.
You guys fire pit people?
I
love
love
fire
it.
All about fire pits.
100%.
Right?
Not on our pier so much, but yes.
I
You
mean,
like the dry season over there.
somebody's trying
With
to
the
place
fire.
for it though.
The fire. I'm going to tell you a story. When I was a kid down here at the dock, right? You know, bottle rockets were a big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we had some old pilings, you know, and you could they were from forever ago, and I stuck a
Stick 'em in
bottle rocket in there because they were kind of splintered at the top. And lit it off, and all of a sudden I got like a little fire going. I'm like, fuck, I didn't think that through, did I?
Yeah.
Like 11 years old.
This is why we don't
dad
let
is
you
going
plan
to kill
things
me.
on our pier.
My dad is going to murder me. This is how it all ends.
This is how we
You
take
know,
out East Gloucester.
44 years ago.
Great fire of East Gloucester goes down
But
in
you learned
history.
that lesson.
Yeah, I learned the
So
lesson.
there you go.
That's in between putting, we set up like the old, you were too young to remember. We had like wooden fish crates. That's how we shipped the boxes to New York, wood boxes. So they taught us how to put sticks with twine, and you prop up the box.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You put
Yeah.
the fish box, and
Yeah.
you put a piece of herring underneath there, and then when the seagull goes to eat it, you pull it
Oh,
out, you catch the
yeah.
seagulls.
The trap.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun here as kids.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So we got to keep up the fun with Cripple Cove Studios over there.
Yeah.
And by the way, a little bit of breaking news. Over at the Lobster, they're looking to get the year-round liquor license.
Oh, that's good.
Which would be
Nice.
amazing
Amazing.
for our East Gloucester community as well.
Yep.
Wow.
Because I love our Rocky Neck restaurants. I love the Last Stop Variety, Charlie's Place, and everything. But like a little gastro pub type deal.
Yep.
In the middle of the winter.
Mhm.
and I don't
We
have to
need that so badly.
That's such a great
1000%.
location.
I mean,
too.
for the artists to survive, artists.
You
I mean,
gotta
every-
have. You
why
gotta.
Yes.
when
Yes.
I say artists?
It benefits everybody.
You
survive
gotta
in the winter,
build
you
the
have
infrastructure
to do
around
it.
it.
You bring
You
people
gotta
by.
build an infrastructure around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bring
Yeah.
people by, right?
I mean, we don't go to Florida in the winter. We stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy, can
Stay and work.
you go get Tony? I think she's roaming around downstairs. She's supposed. I know she was here, but she hasn't come up.
I forgot to so this funky art sale is this Sunday from 10 to 5. I just want to.
And you guys look like you have so much fun up there. You're like
We-
sitting in your chairs, like.
But see,
Yes.
that's the great part about those. Like more and more and
Yes,
more. I know
it's
Liz and
amazing.
I, my wife and I, we're not going to like the planned events anymore. These little pop-up things that are just
Yeah.
kind of a little more chill and a little bit more just like fall into it and find
Yeah.
out what's happening.
Yeah,
That's a really good niche.
it's
We
really
get
cool.
bare feet, and just it's
You mean
like,
barefoot wines? What are you talking about?
it's just so fun lately.
Same thing.
It's like really casual and
And that's the fun of it. That's what I'm talking about. Just just going and having some casual fun and not having
So
to
you know how this
plan
whole
it all
thing
out.
start this like a random podcast started? It started because like I knew Doctoberfest was happening. So I reached out to Michael yesterday at like 7:00 in the morning. Didn't hear back to him until about 3:00.
About 10 minutes ago, yeah.
And I says, why do you hate me
Yeah.
for not getting back to
Yeah.
me? He gets back to me. I says, let's do a podcast to promote Doctoberfest.
Yep.
In the meantime, I get an email from you saying, we're going to have our last pop-up of the season.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, well, why don't we make it a thing?
I love it.
And
Just organic.
she's
And it's
on it.
probably the best.
I'll go find
It's
it.
probably the best podcast you've had yet.
I gotta
I
go.
would
Right?
agree with
I
that.
think
I would
so.
agree with that.
I think just that
I would say
organic.
it's
That's
the
what I'm
best one
saying.
since the last time I was
It's
on, which I
really
don't remember.
easily the best one since the last one. Easily. And it just organically came together like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I always build a little bit more anticipation with Joey. Right? If he texts you in the morning, just wait till the afternoon. He gets
That's what it is.
Because he's such a
he
patient
gets
guy.
crazy about it. It's great. You
That's
gotta
really
you gotta
She'll sit in that chair.
make him feel his name. She can have mine. She can have my chair.
Is that Tony?
I will always give up my chair.
Hey.
I will always give up my chair. for Tony.
This is the crowd.
Hi,
how are you?
Right.
Oh, this one?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the one.
That's the
I
one.
don't know what's gonna be this time this morning.
I know. What a
I'm just gonna
crew.
be back here in Tony's
This-
shadow, like normal.
Oh, get out of here, Michael. Get out of here.
This literally came together like in like,
What a crew.
within like a half an hour yesterday. I was like, yeah, Tony, introduce yourself.
Oh, where am I looking? I mean, it's
You
my
can look
first
wherever.
time. Look
It's just the
wherever.
comments.
Oh, right there. It's my spotlight. Hello, I'm Tony, everybody. Tony Waldron, events manager at the Cut, friend of the community.
Friend of the
Yay.
community.
Friend of the community.
Asset to the community.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes,
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm your hype
Appreciate it.
person today.
You are?
Yeah.
Dang, where's my flag?
I know, right?
Yeah,
I didn't bring it. I didn't have time to pack it.
that's
Sorry.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the Cut is doing all kinds of. I mean, last weekend was with the Sugar Mags and the Steve. Who's that guy?
Paul D'Angelo.
Paul D'Angelo. And
Can't keep up.
It was well. I mean, there's so much happening there.
Yeah.
And now the new food menu just came out.
Listen, that food menu, you got to come in. You got to check it out.
Yeah.
Everyone, check
Okay.
it out. Really great.
Like to hear it.
Great addition to downtown Main Street. I'm not going to hype up the food menu too much because I want our chef to have his own platform to roll it out. All I'm
Okay.
going to say as an eater, I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm
Okay.
happy. Something for
Okay.
everybody's taste.
What's
yeah.
your favorite?
Right now, I'm loving the mussels.
Okay.
Mm.
You know, shellfish. You gotta stay local. Right now, we're bringing them from PEI, but we're always looking to source locally. That's his big thing. So
Yeah.
locally sourced, seasonal, farm to table.
On top of that, the street food menu,
Right.
I have been absolutely gorging on. My family loves it. The smash burger, the
Mhm.
my favorite those. That
The dogs.
the Frito, no, the
Oh, the Frito
the,
pie.
the Frito pie
Yeah.
in the Frito bag. It's like so good.
I mean, it's wintertime. We're wearing sweaters, right?
Yeah.
We're getting there. So junk food season, exactly.
I can put on
Yeah.
a sweater.
I mean, I live here mostly so I can put on a sweater for about 6 months and indulge. Yeah. Yeah,
But on top of that now, the holiday season's coming.
exactly.
And what people may or may not realize is you have like an event space that's pretty good size out back there.
Yeah, it's like 460 capacity. It's like the largest event space north of Boston of that kind, right? It's like we've got, of course, Beauport, Cruiseport for our formal events, weddings. But I think if you're looking for something a little bit more fun, a little funky, actually, the first week I came on as part of the team, I and the team ran a wedding reception.
First week, hitting the
From-
ground running.
I mean, literally. I mean, I
No
might have been
pressure.
I might have been a drill sergeant that day. It's okay. But the bride and groom were super happy. I mean, they danced. They were partiers. They wanted to dance. They wanted to drink. They wanted to enjoy. And it's the perfect space for something like that. And I think people don't know because it's so new to the community, and we see it as an event space for music, right? Or comedy
Yeah.
or community events. But it's a great place to have your birthday party, your retirement party, your holiday party.
I was just talking to Zach at Minglewood, who also has a smaller space
Right.
at the front with the Captain's Courageous room, and like they're booked out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like, I'm sure he would tell you like, make the phone calls now, especially larger companies that are having holiday parties.
Exactly.
Like, get
Company
in the-
holiday, get
don't
in.
like don't wait until December 1st
Yeah.
to book a
Right.
December
Write that down.
12th.
For me,
birthday party.
don't
Write
wait
that
because
down.
it's hard for me then and
Yeah.
my team to put it together. But plan ahead. I mean, we're obviously working in the community to make sure that things are affordable. Right now, we're doing promotions for any Cape Ann business who wants to book their holiday party with us
Wow.
because we really want to make sure people understand like we are here for the community, right? I think having worked in restaurants now 12 years, I've almost lived here,
Wow.
and coming here to open Short and Main, I've understood the community always supports. But it's a small town and people are used to what they're used to. I
Right.
think the first couple years at Short and Main, everyone was like, when's Valentino's? When it was Valentino's. I was like, all right, but it's not Valentino's anymore. It's not. But, I think with the cut, it used to be CVS. So no one's really actually that attached to it.
Not
I
You know
was
what I
looking
mean?
for my prescription.
Yeah,
But that was
yeah.
so
So
much. So
much.
that's the whole thing.
So it's like we don't have that baggage. So I think people
It's a
are really
major
receptive.
upgrade.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, thank God for all that storage room back there.
Oh my God. I still can't believe that the cut fit in the CVS.
I don't think any of us
Because
can.
there's so much space in that back room.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the Schooner Festival.
Right.
Big
kickoff.
booty vortex.
Big booty
Big-
vortex.
yes.
It's actually just booty vortex.
No.
No.
Big booty vortex.
So Booty Vortex, they were a fantastic group, but the cut did such a good job of taking care of us. They're ultimate professionals. They worked work to work for us, right? It wasn't
Yeah.
just about trying to like, oh, here's a space, now you tell us what to do. They were coming up with great ideas. They made the whole event fantastic, which was great because we didn't have a lot of capacity
Right.
to add that on.
Right.
And if you do that for all the other people in the community, which I'm sure you do,
Yeah.
it's a huge asset to the community.
Yeah, it's like a one-stop shop, and I
Yeah.
think like there's some fun new added features. We just put in an entire games arcade downstairs. And as I have to pick up my son around 2:30 and bring him back to work, he's a little bored. He's like, Mom, get me out of here. I just throw him a couple bucks.
There you go.
He's occupied for two hours out there, and I realized there's nowhere else with those arcade games
Right.
in town. Like I was thinking,
I
was like,
didn't,
I
you
don't
know
think
something? I've been in and out of that room. I've been in and out of the cut like
Yeah.
probably
And then
6 times in the last 3 weeks, and I didn't realize that the arcade was
because we
happening.
got to get the neon sign. We're
It's
working on it. It's gonna be.
Downstairs?
It's downstairs, like
I
where
gotta
there's
come
that
and do a
staircase
little-
that's often roped off, unless we have an event and we need those bathrooms. Now, head on down,
That's
play some
pretty
games.
brilliant.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah,
gotta-
it's fun.
I
for
gotta
gamers,
come
that's
do a little
pretty-
video.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I'm happy to be here. I feel like a VIP in here,
Yeah.
But I want to have you through.
Yes.
We're hosting next Thursday a major event for North Shore Magazine. They're honoring 25 North Shore influencers. So we're doing a big thing for them. And, it's exciting to kind of bring more of the North Shore into Gloucester to see what makes us special. And the Cut's a great venue for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Really
is.
presents us with
So,
that.
so do you
professionalism.
have? Are you designating certain nights, certain type of things? Do you have like a schedule right now going into the shoulder season?
Yeah, no
Because
designated
I
nights
know
yet.
that they had bring your own record in.
Yes, we did. We did have that. And I think that was a fun opportunity for people. And I think we're still figuring out what the community wants, right?
Mhm.
I'm a big believer that you respond to what the community wants when you open a business. You
Yeah.
don't like drill
Yeah.
down their throat what they should have, right?
Right.
I think you've got to listen, you've got to be receptive. And I think that's the journey we're on, Obviously, like any new venue, any new restaurant, there's bumps in the roads. We're figuring it out. I think right now we've got stellar team.
Noah,
Like you said, professional. I mean, Noah. I mean, he's
Noah.
a beam of sunshine every day.
Yeah.
It's like, the Toms.
The
There's doubles
Toms.
of everyone now. There's Tony times
There
2.
is.
We got Tony Goddess and Tony Waldron. We've got Sam's and Sam's. We've got Liam's and Liam's and Toms and Toms. I mean,
That's great though. That's
Yeah.
easy.
It's
Only
easy.
Easy on the name badge.
Yeah, it's easy.
Just don't put the ships together.
Eyes
Yeah.
and Y's though.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I think like we're figuring it out, and I do hope that we're gonna have like a recurring schedule and program. Even last night, the In Bloom series, singer-songwriter, opportunity to get on the stage and really experience that
That's so
professional
cool.
stage.
So cool.
So
So
cool. We
cool.
had folks coming up from Boston, beautiful singers. I'm a
Oh
fan
my
of The
God.
Voice. Do you guys watch The Voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was really in it last night. I was like, oh God, you got to get on The Voice. You're amazing.
Yeah,
these
that's right.
up and coming artists. So stuff like, I know. I mean,
You should.
see?
You should
I
have
know.
turnaround chairs. You should
That's
be
a
one
good
of those.
idea.
Oh my God.
That'd be
That's a
awesome.
really
Oh my
That
God.
would be awesome.
This is my dream
We
come
should do
true.
this. We should
I
do this.
did
January,
it.
February.
I mean, in fairness,
It's a voice glass.
what's his name? Chris Langanopoulos has
Yeah.
yearly been doing that singer-songwriter competition.
Right.
Oh yeah.
At Machaca. I don't know where. I don't know
Oh,
where.
it's this
Oh
year,
wait, he
yeah.
just says
good.
Chris just says everyone feels like a VIP at GMG Studios. It's the smell of fish. The smell of fish that drives it home. That's right, Chris.
It's authentic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It is
authentic.
authentic.
Tangibly
It's pungent.
authentic.
Yeah, it's like actually, funnily enough, one of the
Is Chris
artists
doing
last
it?
night said that.
I
She
don't.
said, "I smell the
I don't know.
sea
I
there."
didn't even
Well,
realize
sea
he was listening, and I mentioned his name. I looked over at the comments, and here he is with
Chris
us.
should find out.
So, Chris, are you doing your singer-songwriter thing? I know.
You probably can't call it the voice though.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah,
yeah.
we
The
could.
squawk?
The squawk. It's very fitting. Very fitting.
The gull cry.
The gull cry. The shriek.
So this is your podcast version.
Yes.
So you've been on, and I don't know if I'm going to ask you the same question
Okay.
because I don't know that if I asked you the first time. As podcast virgins on the GloucesterCast, we have a two-part question,
Ooh,
and the two-part question.
Great answer. Sorry, I'm pulling you off the question because he
Uh,
answered, and that's a great answer. It's a timely answer. We don't want to let it
Working
go
with Liam on a plan to do it around Gloucester with the big finale at the cut.
Exactly.
Love
A
it.
collaboration. Yes, that's what we love. Community collab.
Love it. So, two-part question:
Yep.
Death Row Sub and Death Row
Oh, yeah.
Meal. Death Row Sub, and listen, it has to be.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
the
wow.
premise is the warden comes in, says tomorrow's your day.
boy.
We're going to get you a sub from any sub shop in any place around the world.
This is a hot button.
It can't be my mother's
Okay, fair.
chicken pot
I have to
pie.
name the shop?
You have to name the place that you get that and what the order would be.
And no
Okay.
one's judging you. I just want
Except that everyone's
Except for
judging me.
everyone's
Everyone's
judging.
judging.
There was
This
the
is
worst
tape.
answer of
If
all
my
time.
family is watching me, I could be crucified right
You
now.
might. You're gonna. But
I'm going to tell
right.
you, no one's going to do worse than our own James Eves, who said Subway Italian. So
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
no
Around
one,
here, that's
so,
what you
so
chose.
That is
far
the,
as-
that
So
is
there's
the
no-
floor.
There is
Yeah,
no
it's
wrong
not
answer,
wrong.
except that there is a wrong answer,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
We have established
Well, you're
the floor.
first.
I get to go first. I gotta go for the North Ender at Virgilio's.
Great selection.
Mhm.
Great selection.
And
It
it's
doesn't
a
get enough
close
that-
tie with the Raging Bull there.
The
Raging Bull. What's that
Raging
one?
Bull.
I just
How did I
discovered
not know
that
the
2
Raging
weeks
Bull?
ago.
You
What
didn't
is
know?
that?
I
don't
did
know
not
that
know.
one.
It
It
is
is
so good. It's my
it's
new
a
fave.
roast beef
Yeah.
with some sort of like a horseradish barbecue sauce, I
Oh.
think. Oh my, and whatever else you want to put. And
Yeah.
usually it comes with like onions and lettuce and stuff like that. But it's
It's not just a roast beef though. It has like
No.
roast beef and
Kicked up.
something like that.
something.
Yeah.
I-
Anyway,
and it's
Magic.
amazing.
It's
It's magic. There's a little bit of
magic.
Italian magic in there.
Yeah.
after we order, we just don't question. We
No.
just
Yeah,
start eating
just
it.
eat it.
And then we
don't
go
pick
into a
away
food
at it.
coma
Yeah.
and don't talk about it.
Yeah.
again. But I would say the North Ender.
There you go. Average
Yes.
Tony.
Well, what if I don't know what it's called? You're gonna help me out.
Okay.
The tuna sub at Virgilio's, because I was picking Virgilio's.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the
tuna
tuna
sub.
one?
I
What's the
think
tuna?
It has,
Has
a,
a-
it has
it
a
has a
name.
name.
It has a name.
Something fishy, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know it.
I mean, I like all the stuff though. You know,
So you
like
look
the
on the board at
pickles.
Virgilio's.
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
one
I
tuna
love
There's
the
a
sub.
special
names.
tuna.
Yeah, and I like that with all the things, all the add-ons, like the olive salad. You know,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
yeah, all of that.
Mhm.
Add it all in. But I do love a little Virgilio's. You know, the soundtrack. It's nostalgic. It's when I first came to Short
Yeah,
Main. I heard
yeah.
that. I heard that across the street.
Pat, how do we feel about the soundtrack?
It does get a little
Repetitive.
long at the end of the day.
So when we first moved in 44 Main Street, I'm like, that is so cool. I love it. This is amazing. And by the third month of being down there every day, like, because I was
Yeah.
there more in the
Yep.
spring, like, I was like, Joe, I will buy you 1,000 like mob hits CDs
Yeah.
and
Switch it
deliver
up.
them to you. Just fucking
Change it up.
Switch
fucking
it up.
Change
please.
it up.
And I can't imagine the people that live there.
Yeah.
And again, I want him to play the music. I need him to change.
It's authentic.
Do you know-
It's
Do you know what the next
Okay.
song is? Have you gotten to the point where you know what
Oh,
the next song
yeah,
is?
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
You're humming it in your
Yeah.
sleep.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, if I hear this one more time.
And that's when the
yours?
barbecue
I'm the
comes out.
worst at this because I have so many, like, I can't have gluten and I can't have cheese.
Yours.
Imagine a world where you could.
Well, I
But
think
then she
about
doesn't.
that, but
Yeah.
wouldn't it be better if I pitch for the people that like are like me?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
okay,
your
yeah,
place.
yeah.
No, this is
Yeah.
truly your
Well,
place.
you know,
Certainly do
first of all,
that.
just so you're aware, though, you are dying right
Yeah,
after you
right,
eat this.
right.
You don't have to worry.
Just to be clear.
The thing is, I haven't had this stuff in so many years that I don't even know where they're good. It's sad.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm the worst at
So
that.
you don't order
Pitch yours,
ever.
Never.
So what are you getting?
Are you-
So like I just go around Gloucester, like who has the best salad with the Cajun salmon?
And what was it?
Lobsterland.
Lobster.
Oh, yeah.
We
We love
were
them.
Lobsterland
We
people
love
last week.
Lobsterland.
But there's a
Cajun
lot of
salad
places that
sandwich.
do
It's
it
like a
great.
Cajun salmon sandwich.
And for this
No,
next segment,
no.
you have to understand too. It doesn't have to
Real
be
back,
just Gloucester.
real
It
back.
can be
Okay,
Gloucester.
right. 'Cause this is
Totally,
meal.
totally can be
Yeah, mine
Gloucester.
wasn't
Anywhere in the
Gloucester.
world, but it has to
Anywhere in
be
the world.
a shop, a real shop.
It can't be your mom's house.
Can't be your mom's.
Wait, for the meal?
So now the
Either
next
the
question,
same thing.
two-part question. The second part is death row meal. Like,
Okay.
Oh, a meal.
At a
Yeah.
restaurant somewhere,
Oh,
not home cooked. What's the restaurant? What's the meal?
boy.
See, I'm gonna let go of all the
So
things.
many
I'm gonna let go
answers
of
to
all
that
of my
question.
eating restrictions because, as you pointed
Yeah,
out, I'm
you're
dead.
dead
tomorrow.
I'm
the next day.
dead. There's
Yeah.
nothing for
Enjoy
me to
it,
care about.
right?
I'm going full in.
Yeah.
You know, it came to me quick when he said, "I'm having a full English breakfast." Like you're taking me back to my motherland.
Oh,
Banger and
I
mash.
want no. That's not in the breakfast. It's baked beans. Okay, it's
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's a tomato baked. It's a baked tomato. It's a thing called fried bread where you just take the white bread and you literally just fry it in oil like a crouton.
Okay.
You know, you've got the eggs, you've got some potatoes, you've got the sausage, you've got the bacon. But British bacon is very different than American bacon.
Rashers.
It's a little bit like
Is it rasher?
it's like it's like
Yeah.
Canadian bacon
Yeah.
with a little bit of
Yeah.
the American.
Love it.
That's it.
No
That's
blood
what-
pudding though.
No, I'm
No
gonna
white,
leave
no
that.
black?
I'm gonna
Okay.
leave that. No, I'm leaving it.
I don't know how it's made, so I love it.
It's fine. I just don't love the flavor. It's just not for me. But that's it. That's where I want to go.
All right.
That's
Breakfast
good.
for dinner.
Really good.
Wait.
Breakfast for dinner.
But where?
It has to-
Where?
it can't be fucking
Okay,
home
fine.
cooked.
All right. Well, I'm at a pub in England.
Yeah.
They all have
Any
it.
pub.
Name a pub.
Any pub. Name a pub.
PJ Ryan's in Somerville.
There you
Done.
go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay, great. I'm going.
It's like a road trip.
Yeah,
There
we're
we
going.
go.
I don't know.
Thank you for salvaging.
Yeah, thank
It
you.
has to be. So
It
name
has to be somewhere like
It has to
real.
be a meal that you can get someplace.
So I'm probably also gonna go breakfast for dinner,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
but I'm gonna do a little bit of a throwback because Sherry's Corner Cafe isn't open anymore. But she used to do the hot mess bowl, and it was home fries with like any kind of egg on top and her homemade hollandaise sauce
Oh,
and like a bunch of vegetables and stuff on top, like
Yum.
sauteed vegetables.
Sounds so
good.
good.
That sounds so good.
So
It's
good.
really good.
I love
Like,
breakfast. We're
it's
like
like
minded here.
the
That's
hot mess.
really
Oh, mess.
The hot mess.
For 1 second, I thought you said meth, and I'm
No.
trying to.
wow.
This is Magnolia.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, my brain wasn't. accepting
But yeah,
it.
it was the hot mess. So now when I go over to Grill Friends, her new shop, I always try to take apart. She has one other item menu.
You order 3
And I'm like,
things and
listen,
make
can
your
I
own."
have this? But can you substitute this with this and this with this to make it with this? And they look at me like, sure, yeah, I guess so. But
Yeah.
I would do breakfast for dinner.
There you
That,
go.
that would
I
be
think,
what
Pat,
I
have
would
we
want.
ever had a breakfast?
Have we ever
for
had
dinner?
breakfast?
I don't think so.
Oh, we've been doing this
I
for
think that's a
probably
new one,
7
yeah.
years and we've never
I
had
love
That's a
breakfast for
trendsetter.
dinner.
Now we
I
have
mean,
two.
come on, breakfast for dinner.
Love
That's
My
the
it.
kids
thing.
hate breakfast
Love
for
it.
dinner. They won't let me do
I
breakfast
try.
for
Yeah,
dinner.
I try to do it with myself. I'm like,
That's
you want
not right.
pancakes? He's like, no.
You
My
know,
daughters
Yeah.
French toast for dinner. Oh,
Yeah.
so good. I'm
Or
so sorry.
sausage
You
flake.
can't have French toast. I'm so
Lauren,
sorry.
what?
Oh, it's
you're
okay.
up next.
Well, you guys are making me think of breakfast that I love. You
Mhm.
know, I used to really love Sugar Magnolia's porridge.
Yeah.
Like that's what I loved. But like pizza, you know, I think I miss pizza more than anything in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
So I'd want pizza,
From where?
Sebastian's with barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Wow.
Oh, that
Wow.
sweet sauce.
Sebastian's with barbecue chicken.
That's
Love,
a good one.
love me a Sebastian.
Joey, I've
That's
never
some really
asked
good
you
pizza.
what was yours.
Yeah, I was curious.
I've never asked you.
Oh goodness. Mine would be, and I had it probably 5 years ago at the Wynwood Grill, which is no longer
Oh,
there.
wow.
It was a
That's a
lobster,
throwback.
lazy lobsterman's pie with the breadcrumbs and the sherry and the,
Oh.
you know,
You
I'm
know
a
who had a
sucker
great
for-
lobster pie? I just had this like deja vu. You remember the gull?
Yeah, my wife
The-
used to work there.
As did I.
Oh,
That's
there
why
you
I know
go.
your wife.
Oh, there
And I
you
went
go.
to high school with her. But
Hi, Alana Horn.
they had this little lobster pie tart. It was
Oh,
so
wow,
good.
That sounds amazing.
And it had like this like it was almost like their lobster bisque, but it was a thicker sauce. It was a lobster bisque sauce. Oh, it was so
It was
Love
sweet.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they
Tartars
put a
are
little
sweet.
vermouth in there.
I don't know. It was
So
too good.
I'm always, when I order baked haddock,
Yeah.
I want the thick, like the rich cracker, buttery
Oh, yeah.
crumbs, and
Yeah.
I
The
want it
Ritz
like
thing.
I want it completely encased.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want a fucking dusting.
Yeah.
Right.
I want
Like the Causeway?
huh?
Like the Causeway does?
Like the Causeway does. Yeah, they do it the way
Oh,
I
the
like
haddock
it.
au gratin
And
at
there's
the
a bunch of
Causeway.
other
Wow,
places
there's so many
that
items for this
do it,
list.
right?
I know we gotta stop talking.
But there's
I'm
so
not
many
gonna get
What
to
is for
lunch.
Yeah, I might have skipped breakfast
Yeah.
today.
Carol, what's
the
for
bad,
lunch?
bad
Bad
There's
idea.
so many places you get like the baked haddock. It says it is the breadcrumbs,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like
A
you
suggestion.
see the
Yeah,
right, a
yeah.
suggestion.
Suggestion.
You
Yes.
see the haddock. I don't want to see the haddock. I want it to be. I want to bury. I want to dig my fork in and get like how like
This much.
you know like your key lime pie, and you want that
Yes.
graham cracker crust to be like
Yes.
that much,
Yes.
and it's like the
Yeah.
sweet part
Oh, yes.
of the thing.
Mhm.
I want my lazy lobster pie or baked haddock
Yep.
to be the inverse of that. The crust on the
Flip it
top
up.
Yep.
be thick of the buttery, rich cracker crust.
So everybody listening,
Yeah. So
get it
half
together.
Half
my
of the
fist at
fork. Half of the fork.
Yeah.
Full
That's
No,
fork.
it doesn't
bite
have
right
to be,
there.
but I'd say a good centimeter.
Just not an amusement of.
Not a.
Not a.
She
what
said
was
it,
that?
no one said it better
Suggestion.
Suggestion.
than her. No one,
Suggestion.
no one said.
That's so
no
good.
one summed up my
course.
one of my greatest aggravations in life is the suggestion of breadcrumbs.
Love it.
Fucking
You're,
go
you're,
all
you're,
in.
you're moving that forward.
Push the fucking chips
You're gonna
in.
go like this
We're
is a
going in.
suggestion, and I don't want a
I'm
suggestion.
gonna-
That's how that's
God
what we
damn
do.
it.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
want the fucking breadcrumbs. Wayne, the sexy famous mailman, says, "Miss the gull, always so good."
Oh.
We hear that a lot. People really miss the gull.
Where was the gull? You guys know.
So
I'm
it
not
was
in
at Cape Ann Marina.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So where they have, I don't know if you've been by there recently, but where their boatyard is,
Yeah.
behind their boatyard is this great big building, which I think they use it for rebuilding boats now. They don't use it for anything else, but so it was Yankee Fleet, which is where Carol and I
Mhm.
started. It was Yankee Fleet deep sea fishing and whale watching, and they had all their boats back there where the
Little
Lady
tackle
Sea
shop
is
to the
now. They
left.
had a tackle shop in there. And then on the other side of it was the Gull restaurant, and they had this little, very towny bar.
Right.
Yes.
And this,
Oh, so they did it all. Like
yeah,
you did
it was
too.
a very towny bar, and then there was this big spread restaurant, and they did breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It was a
Oh,
scene.
wow.
Mhm.
It was a scene from breakfast to night
Yeah.
because
Awesome.
because you had all the guys. People came from all over the
Location,
Northeast
Mhm.
to go.
It was a great
to
location.
go
They should
sport
do something
fishing
at that
Right.
stage.
because they had the Yankee Fleet there. So you'd have
That's what they are.
200 sport fish guys go in there, get their breakfast
Yep.
in the morning.
Right.
They're famous. One of the iconic Sunday morning breakfast places
Mhm.
that after church everybody would go to. Amongst Union Hill and every place else, but one of the better ones.
Yeah.
And then throughout you had that basin of 100 boats,
Mhm.
and people are there. So like getting off the boats, they had what a lot of people like and sometimes miss in town is that locals
Yeah.
jump off your
Yeah.
boat after the beach or the thing there and get after it
Yeah.
kind of bar.
Yeah, like no airs. We don't have to be in our
Oh, yeah.
Maybe-
button
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, but the crowds that they would bring in there, because I mean, there'd be 100 people on a whale watch and 50 people on a fishing boat and 50 people on another fishing boat. And like you said, all the sport fishing boats that were coming in and out of the actual marina.
Yeah.
So it was constantly a rotation of busy people. And it wasn't just like,
What was the
here's your
demise?
nice dressed crowd who coming in for their that's not what they were
Right.
doing. They were just,
Right.
it was food
Yeah.
and they were hustling the food.
Yeah.
How did it
Here's your
stop?
baked haddock
Well,
with
they ended up- the
suggestion of
family
breadcrumbs.
ended up
was.
It wasn't
going to
that.
Lobster
Exactly.
land.
Oh.
The Grandmisses bought the lobster land.
That's-
Yeah.
So you would know how it just stopped.
So I think they stopped right around the same time that Yankee Fleet was sold because the
Okay.
people weren't coming. I think I
Oh,
don't
that makes
don't get me
sense.
wrong, but
Yeah.
I mean the
Base.
change of hands for Yankee Fleet happened right around the same time that I think Tobin and Drew took over at the Cape Ann Marina, and I think that the restaurant just kind of.
Yeah.
But Corey had Lobsterland and so the Serenity Group started out of there as
Mhm.
well,
Mhm.
and they kind of spread into other restaurants throughout town. So
Right.
I think though, and again, don't quote me on this. No one come at me. I think that the building inspector might have curtailed the use of that section of the building
I'm not sure.
for a while, and then they couldn't get back into it. So
I have no idea about that. So
that part I don't know. Again, don't come at me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that was what started it, was that there was a problem with the footings on that side of the
I
building,
gotcha.
and they had to move out for a while, and then it just never came back.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that is our hour. What a fucking
What a great way
cast.
to start the day.
What a-
I mean, I want
We're
to
all
come back.
starving right
we
now.
were thinking
Funny.
it was going to be a
What's for lunch?
That's right.
it was
I
gonna be a
know.
sleepy
Is
little
it
morning.
lunchtime? Who's in?
Yeah. Well, as of noontime yesterday, none of this was happening.
Right.
I know. I did get a text. I think it was like 6
Together.
p.m.
Really?
You want to get on? I'm like, all
Well,
right,
this is
let's
how
do
things
it.
happen.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
how things
yeah.
happen.
It really is.
And I couldn't have been
Thank you
happier. No,
so
thank
much
you
for
guys.
having
So
us.
fun. Yeah, thank you.
I gotta do some
Great way to start the
subs.
day.
Let's recap it right now. So Saturday, Doctoberfest at Maritime Gloucester from what time to what time?
1 to 5.
1 to
Come on
5.
down, chill on beer, have some fun. Gonna be great.
Sunday, Cripple Cove Studios,
97 East Main,
right in front of the dock here. Right? We could
Yeah.
see the space right here from
Yeah.
out in there.
10 to 5.
Funky art show.
And it's
Funky
the
art
last
show.
outdoor one of the season there.
Yeah.
But we're going to look for other locations. So it's like if you see the Funky Art Sale signs again, it just means,
You guys did a good job
fun.
marketing it. I see the signs all over
Yeah,
town.
They're
you
everywhere.
do. They're everywhere, and
Nice
they're fun.
work.
They funky art sign.
Yes.
It's really hilarious because people are like, everywhere I go now, they used to say, hey, I see you on your yellow bike. How's the yellow bike? And now it's like all about
Hey.
the pink Funky Art Sale signs.
It's
Signature. That's
Signature.
union.
Got a brand.
It's cool.
We have we have Magtoberfest the
Magtoberfest.
following Saturday.
Sunday the 13th.
Sunday.
Sunday the 13th.
Sunday the 13th.
Yep. On Lexington
Epic.
Ave in Magnolia is it starting at, you guys started, the car show starts at 10, the music goes on at 11, the party goes on until 5.
Free parking shuttle at
Stageport Park.
Oh, okay.
Park.
So cool.
Music, food trucks, the
Artisans and
artisans and
I went
vendors.
last
Kids
year. It was so
activities.
fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Really awesome. And then, of course, if
Ev-
you are looking to book
Okay.
your holiday party or
Hit
any
me up.
any kind of party,
Any party, really.
Yeah.
I mean, get a jump start. You've got a graduate. I'm doing a bat mitzvah.
oh, there you go.
40th, 60th. There's a lot of
Yeah.
parties. There's a lot of things to do around here.
How do people get in touch with you?
You're just going to email us functions@thecutlive.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks, Joey. Thanks for
Pat,
having
any-
us. Awesome.
Pat, any last words from Pat over there? I get the camera on you.
The store's open from 11 to 5 today. Closed tomorrow for Doctoberfest.
Yeah.
Open on Sunday from 11 to 3.
Wow.
There
We're
you go.
closing
And you'll have
stores.
Yes.
you'll have some things on
That's-
sale.
Yeah,
That's-
I'll have some. I'm just gonna bring up like a handful of hats because I can't be up. I gotta be down here, be
Yeah.
a table, but the new styles will be there. So yeah,
New merchandise.
new
Merch.
caps. The fuzzy fleece lined pom pom caps we'll have up
Oh,
there.
cool.
Ooh,
which are
fun.
amazing. And I have some Gloucester fisherman hats that are really I'm really happy.
When you getting a Terry Polo?
Is that what you're waiting for?
He has a Terry Polo, and he's got the only one in town right now. And it's like a throwback
wait,
from
make
way
him
back
wait.
when. And
That's
he is.
tough.
He
Make him
doesn't.
wait.
He doesn't want to order them because he doesn't want anyone else to have one.
I love my Terry Cloth.
Yes,
I'm a big
yeah.
Terry Cloth freak. All right, Pat. Thank you very much, Pat and Jimmy. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, Pat, for manning the comments per usual. And we'll see you all out in town. It's gonna
Bye.
be a good week, good couple weeks
Do
coming up.
your nieces to close out since it's
Oh yeah, we got my niece who's auditioning for a horror movie. This is not her auditioning for a horror movie. This is just her in her natural state, and then we'll go to the close.
Ashes, we all fall down.
I think so.
Really creepy.
Very
That's cute.
Very creepy.
Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to that hovering over your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Feeling sick.
Tis the spooky season.
And we're gonna go out with Annie Brooks.
I thought we were out.
I thought we were too.
No, we're gonna be now.
Oh, good.